Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sims 3. And I'm doing another. Oops, adjusting my microphone here. I'm doing another house build. Today, we're going to be looking at the Garrison style house. I'm doing a series around American colonial houses, so I figured I'd do one of the most ugly ones first. No, it's an alright looking building. If you haven't known this, I actually go to school for architecture, so I know a little bit about architecture, so that's something, right? So anyway, the Garrison style house makes no freaking sense. I'm just gonna say that right from the get-go. The very concept of a Garrison style house is just ridiculous. So the thing that makes it a Garrison style house, as you can see from the reference picture that shows up whatever the hell I decide to place it, it has an overhang, and I just bit my tongue and teeth a little bit, and now I'm in pain. Anyway, the Garrison style house has that overhang, and the overhang, it basically has no real purpose other than increase space on the top floor. Now, I'm not creating a traditional Garrison style house in the slightest. This is most certainly not traditional in any way, because Sims does not have like half platforms, I guess. They're a little bit more complex than just a two-story house. I did go a little bit traditional with it, and I went ahead and did trying to think here. I did I'm trying to think here. Okay, so the typical Garrison style house has majority of the time, the kitchen's not going to be on the first floor. This is obviously a disadvantage. So when you're taking all your groceries home after going grocery shopping, you have to climb up a couple stairs with all your stuff. That is obviously a huge disadvantage, and it's also expensive to get your gas lines pumped up there and all that. And all that stuff. You might be wondering, oh, well, why don't you just have it on the ground floor? It's like, well, that's because there's no room for it on the ground floor, because all your room's on the top floor. There's no other reason to have this other than pure design, because there's no reason to have an overhang right there. The reason being is because if you want, a large house so bad, if you want more room, you could just increase the bottom floor out to meet the other side on the front of it. So it makes no freaking sense. So this is a basic sort of look here, what it looks like. It's ugly, obviously. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, there you go. That's kind of the shape of it. I'm going to be going into more decorative stuff. I created a Sims character. I don't remember what his name is, but he's an elderly gentleman, and he's going to have some fun here. I can't actually read it because the video that I'm looking at now is not 1080p. And it's also a little bit buggy or staticky because it was recorded at such a high frame rate. And it looks like it's trying to condense down. I'm pretty sure it's like 100 frames per second at least, but it's all going to be rendered at 60 anyway. So I'm not entirely sure how fast it's going, but that's just because my computer can handle this game like it's nothing, and which isn't really a good thing. Sometimes my computer sounds like it wants to kill itself. It's going. The graphics card just makes a loud noise whenever it's only this game in particular when it does this, and I'm not too worried about it because I've had computers make sounds like that before, and I'm not overly concerned that it has something to do with it breaking or anything. Because I've had a computer that did that with every game, and it lasted me 7 years, and it's obsolete now. So, played many Zoo Tycoon games on it, and yeah. So, I did not play Sims 3 on it though. Sims 3 is rather new. I got it once I saw you can get you could do buildings and stuff. I thought you just like, made characters fuck or something, but apparently there's a lot more depth to it than I didn't know. In fact, it actually originally was a architectural simulator before, which is why the building is so on point. Although it does have a few critiques. Like one thing, you can't really have like a true traditional Garrison style house where you have sort of like a half staircase inside. So there's that. But okay. I am planning on getting a couple DLCs, mainly ones that help me out with some residential stuff, not residential, commercial. I think there is commercial in this game that I might want to experiment with later. I might actually do a series that, I don't know if I'll do a series on this, but whatever it is, I may or may not do that. Just burped a little. Anyway, Zoo Tycoon, just recorded some not too long ago. It's after Christmas, the time I'm voicing over this. Christmas around December is really rough for me. In fact, I think it's like December. It's December 26th right now. I have to get a lot of recordings done before I have a friend coming in from New Jersey. He's gonna take up a majority of my time since we're such good friends. And he's gonna come on the 29th, so I have a little bit of time, but we'll see how it goes. Just gonna check how much time I have left, and we have hit the 7-minute mark. 7:20 to be a little bit more exact, but we're doing a little bit of landscaping here. I'm not a landscape architect, but I feel like I can do it like the best of them. I haven't really done anything. This is probably like the first example of real landscaping I've ever done, ever. So, a couple of stones, why not, right? If you have any, I don't know which DLCs to get for Sims. I might not get any at all, but if there's any good ones that are like good for architecture, because I'm not really going to be playing it, it's not really, I'm not really going to be playing this game like from how it's intended to be played. So if you have any suggestions for which DLCs I should get, feel free to tell me in the comments below. I should be saying all this stuff on this video because it's not as popular as my Zoo Tycoon stuff, but I'll do it anyway. I'm planning on streaming soon, eventually. Maybe when I hit 200 subscribers, I'll start streaming. I want to stream some Zoo Tycoon, get Twitch. I'm familiar with Twitch, I know how to use it. I know how to stream with Twitch, which is the important thing. I figure I'll do like a Zoo Tycoon, like a Twitch build Zoo Tycoon thing, where I'll take suggestions from the people who are watching, depending on how many people decide to tune in. And I'm not 100% confident on how much people are really going to be showing their support, because of I'm not exactly the biggest YouTuber ever. That's obvious because PewDiePie just hit 50 million. The point where he said he would get rid of his channel, delete his channel. Obviously, I knew he wasn't, but, I'm not saying, I knew everything, but no one would just get rid of their livelihood like that. But, yeah, so we're doing some backyard landscaping now. And we will get into the interior soon. In fact, I think I might just do it now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I ran into my first issue here. I put the, you can't have like a staircase. This is another limiting thing. You can't put a staircase you can't put a wall right next to a staircase. So you're gonna have there's gonna be a see-through bathroom and a see-through bedroom. So, bathroom might be a little bit weird, but we'll see how it goes. So, it's I try to work with it the best I can, though. As seen here. So it's not, I guess, it's not exactly great. So, a typical, I think I mentioned this before, a typical Garrison-style house has a bedroom at the bottom floor, with, your, on occasion the living room might be upstairs. Here I decided to put it down here instead, just because the living room, it feels better if the living room is downstairs, because you have, it's a place where everyone kind of just meets up. I've never been to a party at a Garrison style house, just because it's just, imagine all the places you need to open up for people to come in. It's like, okay, let's have everyone in the living room, but the living room's too small because it's on the bottom floor. Oh yeah, that's right. Shit, where do we put them? We can't bring them upstairs. That's where all the bedrooms are. Oh, all the problems you can have with a Garrison-style house. Best case scenario, you have a good backyard. Only case scenario. So here's the bathroom. As you can tell, I've been working on some interior design. That's another thing I've actually experimented with. Landscape architecture and whatchamacallit, just landscape architecture is the only thing I really haven't done yet, and I think I did pretty well. Interior design is something I've played around with a little bit, and yeah, there we go. And lighting is always an issue. It's gonna take a while. Is it? Anyway, picking out an interior, accidentally painting the outside, always happens. Don't worry about having, this is a thing that I still get shit about, is putting windows in bathrooms. Everyone's like, a lot of the people that I worked with, they either live in like a crappy house or like an apartment where the bathroom situation is a little bit rough, like their corner bathrooms, they don't have windows and they think that's just normal. It's completely normal. I grew up in a house with a window in the bathroom. And if you have a house that doesn't have a window, that doesn't have a bathroom window, your house isn't necessarily crap, or shitty, it's just it just might be in a place where people could look in, or it might be completely fine. Okay, whew. Now that I finished insulting people's houses, well, I'm not, because I'm still building this freaking thing, so we're gonna have 2 bedrooms up here. Obviously no master, or the master bedroom's obviously downstairs, and you have the 2 regular bedrooms here, and there's gonna be a shared bathroom and here you see the kitchen's being built. There's going to be a shared bathroom up there. It's going to cut into their closets. And one of the things you should know about bedrooms is that they have to have a closet in order to be designated as a bedroom. I believe that's the way it is in New York State. I believe that's where it is how it is everywhere else, or there needs to be a minimum space. I know in Italy, you're taxed on how many you're taxed on how many closets, dresser drawers, and everything you have, or it's storage. You get taxed based on storage, I think it is, because I think you also, if you have like a shed in your backyard or something, you get taxed on that. They tax you on weird things in Italy. The reason why I know this is spoke Italian for a little while, took Italian class, I am Italian. That's another thing. So I know my stuff. So Garrison style house is underway. We're gonna put the bedrooms in, obviously for 2 kids, and realizing that there is some paint on the outside. Gonna fix that. Kitchen is going to be underway soon, I believe. There we go. Running out of things to say, but what else can I say that's shit about the Garrison style house? The overhang. The overhang is supposed to protect you from getting wet when you're entering the building. Almost anything else does that as well, like a porch or like a patio. I mean, you could put like a pergola, a pergola or a pergola. Could put outside. I mean, if it's such a problem getting rained on, there's a lot of other ways to do it other than having a overhang that's a part of your house. So yeah, it's a pretty stupid reason to have an overhang like that. What else? Kitchen upstairs sucks. It always sucks. It's expensive, for one thing. And anything else I can say? Don't live in a Garrison style house. Yeah. So that's about it. As far as the whole furnishings and such. Gonna put a fireplace in just for the aesthetic. That's the best one I could find. Next house I'll be doing might just be a standard cape, just to keep the episode time down. So here's your final look. Oops, sorry, burped again. And thanks for watching. See you then. Bye.